I'm currently the coordinator for the Memphis Sexual Assault Kit Task Force, and that is a group of multi-agency partners who've come together who are completely committed to reform in the areas of rape, sexual assault, and domestic violence. It includes law enforcement, the prosecutor's office, the forensic laboratories, the community advocates, the system-based advocates, and the administration. And we are committed to reform in every area, from making sure that when an incident occurs, that the very best services are available to survivors and to victims, that justice is seen across the board, and that we are as expeditious as we possibly can. And we're also committed to making sure that a backlog never develops again in the city of Memphis, where we have a significant number of untested kits. I'm committed to this cause in a number of ways. The very first commitment that I'm making to the community as this task force coordinator is that we will have the very best services available to people who are survivors of rape, sexual assault, or domestic violence. We're doing a good job today, but we have to keep this in focus so that we never lose our eyes on the prize, that this is a victim-centered approach that we are taking here, and we have to do everything we can to provide services to the people who are victims of these crimes. The second thing I'm committed to is changing the conversation fundamentally in our community. The only way that we're going to see sustained reform is if we keep this in the public eye, and that if we change the way that we view our interaction with rape and sexual assault. And specifically, I'm thinking of men. And as a man, I am committed to changing the conversation in a way that increases our collective accountability. We're never going to see broad-ranging change unless we as men get our collective courage to act, and to act when we know our gut tells us it's right to act. Not when it's convenient for us to act, but when it's right to act, instead of looking the other way. So fundamentally, I hope that we all can engage in those conversations about holding ourselves collectively accountable, that we can raise the next generation that believe that there is something that they can do about it, that it is the right thing to do to step in, and that we treat each other with respect. I'm committed to this cause more than anything because I'm raising a teenage son, and I want him more than anything to be a good person. I know he'll be a success in life because he's a smart kid, but I want him to be a successful man. And we talk a lot about this issue because he is a teenager and he'll soon be engaging in all the things that teenagers do, whether it's a high school party or going off to college and engaging in the activities there. There's going to be alcohol, there's going to be women, there's going to be peer pressure, there's going to be a lot of testosterone rolling around. But at the end of the day, we have these conversations about doing what's right. We've talked about the fact that I don't expect that he'll be involved in this, but he needs to be on the lookout for his friends, both male and female, and step in when the moment is right to prevent something bad from happening. I hold him accountable for that when he is present, that he is the one that has to step in and do the right thing. We've had discussions about personal accountability for stepping in when the time is right to step in, when his gut tells him it's right, that something's going to happen, so that he can be the one that stops a rape. He can be the one that stops a sexual assault. He can be the one that steps in when he's older to prevent an incident of domestic violence. And doing what's right isn't always the comfortable or the expedient thing to do. Doing what's right is knowing how you were raised and standing up for people who other people are trying to take the power away from.